I guess talk about how this one started for you.
Well, I think we both got this script pretty much at the same time. It was about 3 years ago, and I didn't end up trying out for it until like a year later. But reading it 3 years ago, I think I was just shocked at how intelligent the movie was, and how I feel like the humor was it was complimentary of people who are, you know, now getting movies that are smarter and smarter, and it wasn't like over the top and slapstick. It was actually really grounded in this comedy that I think is really smart, and so I really gravitated towards it, and then ended up trying out for it 2 years later.
I auditioned, and I got to get in the movie, and I was very excited about that. I sung Sarah McLachlan's "Ice Cream," which was a song that didn't get in the movie, but it was supposed to be because it was the intro song to the movie. So that song didn't get in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the Tracy.
Tralala.
That I drive a fast car.
Oh, that was in there?
Yeah, it didn't get in.
I got sent the script because I got an audition, and I read it, and I loved it, and I laughed out loud, like from the very first page. And I was in New York City at the time, and they wanted to Skype with me, and I was like, no, I'm going to go to California, and I'm going to audition in person. And I brought my ukulele along, and I sang a song, and I got the part. So.
Yeah. I auditioned too, and then it kind of went away for a while, and then I was filming something else on location, and they told me that they wanted to chemistry read with Anna Kendrick, who was attached. And once I heard, well, I always loved the script, but once I was hearing all these names that were surfacing, I flew myself to LA on a Saturday and read with Anna, went back to set and found out a couple days later that I got it.
I remember reading it and thinking like that a college movie about like singing in college was going to be kind of a hard sell. And then, you know, Kay Cannon just completely bowled me over. And 30 Rock is one of my favorite shows ever made. I think it's so genius. And, you know, I think Kay's voice is so unique and so smart and surprising that I was like, okay, I guess we're singing in a movie. This is happening. So, you know, that was really exciting.
I guess one of the first things that struck me about this is how different it is than I expected. It's almost like a musical Heathers.
I like it.
Yeah, we get a lot of, I didn't expect to be as happy and entertained by this film. I mean, we set out to entertain people, and we're really proud of delivering on that. I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, it has that just like jokes every few seconds.
We try to be rigorous about that, you know. We like to laugh, and we got a lot of great funny people in it, a lot of improv, great stuff from Liz. So we tried to, you know, keep it packed, because the music keeps it fast. The comedy's got to keep coming too.
I've been using the example of like King of Kong, and somebody mentioned Spellbound. You know, these worlds that most people never see or don't even know about, but within them there's this incredible like cutthroat competition, and there's this hierarchy, and there are rock stars within these aggressively geeky subgenres of life. So I thought that was really interesting, and I thought that Kay really captured that like hermetically sealed bubble of a world.
It's interesting seeing this. You have two of the same cast members you had in What to Expect When You're Expecting.
I know, because Elizabeth Banks played my boss in What to Expect, and then she was my real life boss, and I did these movies back to back. So I was like, oh, I hope it goes well with her in What to Expect, because then I know I'm working for her in the next movie.
You know, I was in What to Expect When You're Expecting with Anna Kendrick and Rebel Wilson right before we started shooting this film. Rebel got cast as my assistant in that after we cast her in this movie, actually. But working with her was really great to then understand where her strengths were, so that when we got to set, I sort of knew exactly what we were gonna, how to bring out the best in her. So I was really happy that we got to work together beforehand. And Anna Kendrick is a great actress. I mean, she was amazing beginning to end, and is an old pro at singing, a great dancer. I mean, that really surprised me how fast she is picking up amazing moves, and just such a pro, just a great pro.
The way they casted it is very good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah, it's something for everybody. It's a person for everybody, no matter what. Like, I love Fat Amy. I think that would be great if that she was a character in there. I don't know why I think that part is so funny when Brittany Snow says she had the notes. She's like, I can't sing.
Because it was
because
funny.
of my nose.
Yeah, because it
I
was like,
love
sorry, I
it.
just hit your boob.
Oh,
It was
do it again. There she is. There you go. Keep your hands to yourself. Like, touch yourself.
But you know, like it was just so interesting because when she did sing about her notes, like it was funny because it sounded like she had cancer, which in her case it was because she can't sing anymore. But she's like, I'm a survivor. I have notes.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, well, I think Kay Cannon did such a great job at writing these people, and they were full-fledged human beings. I mean, she wasn't just the bitch. Rebel wasn't just the crazy one. I think we all have a unique persona, and I think when you put all those people together and all these characters, how they interact with each other, it makes for an amazing ensemble comedy.
We had 4 weeks of rehearsals in Louisiana before we started shooting, and because the rehearsals were so grueling, I just started talking in my natural Australian accent, and he's like, "Oh, Rebel, I think you should totally use that Australian accent though, how you're talking now." And I said, "No, Jason, I want to be an actor and play American, someone different from myself." And he's like, "No, I think it'd really work if you did it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I tried to argue with him for a week, but then he wanted my real voice. And so because it was never envisaged that she was Australian and stuff, I kind of had to make the character my own on set to kind of make it work, especially in the few opening scenes that Fat Amy appears.
I was really surprised to find out that the source material for this is a book, because you don't think of musical movies as coming from text.
Yeah.
Can you talk about finding the book and what made you realize it would work so well?
The book proposal actually was sent to us by a publishing friend, sent to my husband and I. We have it's our production company that started this whole thing moving, and we happened to go to a college with a lot of acapella groups. We knew this world intimately, not from being in it, but sort of as observers, and we immediately recognized sort of the funny. And I think comedies that explore, like Christopher Guest's movies all do, explore sort of subculture that
Crazy
people
worlds.
aren't, a great fun world that people aren't really familiar with. Being able to introduce an audience to characters who care about something as much as these guys care about acapella singing. I just think there's a lot of potential in that, and that's where